Yep, you on. Okay, go.
Hi, my name is Jennifer McCoy, and I'm one of Zach's assistants. I met Zach about 2 years ago when I was in St. Joe, Missouri. I had heard about some Satanists in Missouri trying to pass a law that said that abortion was a sacrament for them, and any laws that hindered or stopped or impeded an abortion in any way were violating their religious rights. And they literally had a bill in Congress about that, and I was really upset trying to figure out how to stop that. And I was looking online, and then I found Zach's testimony on LifeSite News. It had just gone there. Then I remembered reading an article about him in the Crusade magazine, and when I read his whole story, I sent him an email. And the next day I went to the clinic, as I do every Friday, at the abortion clinic. And I was telling all this stuff to the two guys that I relieve every Friday, Dr. Arnold and my friend Rick. And as soon as I told them that, the strangest thing happened. A man came from around the corner with these big gauges in his ears, these tattoos. He looked really scary. And he was walking up the street. And I thought he had a girl inside. So I walked up to him and I tried to talk him into taking some literature, and he just kept pointing behind himself, and I didn't pay attention to what he was pointing to because I was trying to help him, or so I thought. He stepped in front of the two men at the table in front of the abortion clinic, and he growled at them, and they just kind of looked strangely at him, and then he started to walk up the street and walk away. And I noticed then on the back of his shirt there was a pentagram with the word Antichrist on top of it. And the guy said, well, that was pretty creepy. And I agreed. And then I went on with my day. And then when my shift was over an hour later and I got in the car, Zach called me because I had sent an email to him the night before. And I had an overwhelming sense that God wanted me to do something for this person. And I didn't know what it was, and I didn't know why. But I told him that the very first time I talked to him on the phone, because it was as though the devil just warned me not to do anything for him. And that's what I got from that man who I have never seen since that day. But anyhow, I started talking to Zach, and I thought that later on I figured out that he had been working on a CD called Abortion is a Satanic Sacrifice. And he wasn't quite done with it. He'd already been working on it for 3 years. And I thought, okay, well then my job is to just help him get that CD finished and gotten out to people so they can understand what's really going on and how to help stop abortion. So I helped him finish the CD with some information and then getting it out at the March for Life and introducing him to Father Pavone and many of the other people in the pro-life movement. And so I thought that was it. And time went on a little bit and different things happened. And then somehow, by the grace of God and agreement with my husband and I and our kids, we decided that maybe Zach should stay with us because he's been sick and he needs a little bit of looking after. So after much prayer and consideration, we brought him into our home. And we try to help him with his ministry. We believe very much what he said and what he's done. I have seen him speaking to exorcists. I have seen him talking to people who were possessed and taking them in the proper direction of the church to get those things straightened out, having invaluable information to help all kinds of people day and night when they call him. And I've also seen people come against him that were more or less struggling with their own faith, and it just solidified the devil is attacking him for a reason. So, we've seen all that, and then I've spoken to the woman on the phone before who he gave the earrings to that he talks about in his testimony, when the one that stood in front of him and told him all his sins, and then the Blessed Mother was there. And just being around here, we have seen so many things that just confirm that what he says is true. So, and my children love him, and the bishop okayed him being here. And so we're happy to be part of whatever we can, helping him keep his ministry going. And that's it.